Meet John and Lisa. They've lived a great life in Ontario, they've raised their children, and now they're preparing for retirement. They have a nest egg worth $400,000, and they have a modest home. As they approach retirement, they have the same question that many everyday Canadians have, and that is, are we ready to retire? Now, John and Lisa are paying $9,000 per year in bank fees on their mutual fund portfolio, and even worse, they're not even getting a retirement plan for those fees. They didn't know that when you withdraw from an RSP in retirement, it triggers a GIS clawback, effectively a 50% tax rate on any RSP withdrawals that they would make. Now let me show you how they were able to improve their retirement plan using Advice Lite. Now when you sign up for Advice Lite, you get a video series that walks you through all of the discovery inputs. You're going to follow along as we input the information for John and Lisa. But let me show you their plan and how we can improve it together. Now this is their base scenario. This is what you might get from a bank if you go to a bank branch and get a retirement plan. But even then, likely it doesn't include GIS benefits. So already here, we're identifying $72,000 in GIS benefits in this plan. Now John and Lisa are hoping to retire in 4 years. John will be 64, Lisa will be 63. Lisa's going to get a small pension. They're going to start drawing down on their financial assets. They're planning to have a little bit of part-time income in early retirement, maybe about $10,000 per year. Their spending is going to be $65,000 a year after tax in early retirement. Then at age 75, that's going to go down to $60,000 a year. And then at age 85, down to $57,500 a year. So we've got a go-go phase, a slow-go phase, and a no-go phase for their retirement spending. Now overall, their net worth is around $400,000, and then that's going to grow to about $500,000 as they reach retirement. Now overall, their success rate isn't great at 58%, so let's see if we can improve that. Let's make a copy of this scenario and let's apply some of those AI strategies. So let's call this scenario AI strategies. Let me show you how easy this is to improve the plan. What the AI strategies are doing down here are they are identifying opportunities to help improve John and Lisa's retirement plan. It's all happening automatically, and even this one strategy alone will add over $100,000 in after-tax estate value. We're going from $692,000 all the way up to $802,000. We're also improving the success rate to 80%. This is how powerful the platform is and how the AI strategies can help improve your retirement plan. So let's enable these one at a time. We'll recalculate in between, and we'll keep evaluating the top strategy from the AI strategy table. So let's enable this one. Now let's take a look at the next top strategy, which is for John to delay CPP benefits. There's a lot of interaction between CPP and GIS. So in this case, it must be improving our GIS benefit as well. Let's take a look if that goes up, as well as the after-tax estate value. We can already see it adds about $40,000 and improves the success rate as well. So let's enable this strategy. Let's see if there's any other strategies. It's going to be the same thing for Lisa. Lisa, we want to delay CPP benefits as well. So let's enable that one and see if GIS goes up. It's about the same here. We've got lifetime tax after tax estate value has gone up significantly. And now there's another one for maximize GIS for Lisa here. So let's enable that one as well. Again, another increase in after tax estate value. Now we're up to a 99% success rate just by using some of the AI strategies to better plan the retirement decumulation for John and Lisa. Let's see, there's some additional opportunities here. So let's enable those as well. And decumulation order, a very small improvement. So let's enable that one as well. And let's see if there's anything else. Now it looks like we're at the top strategy. The after-tax estate value is the same. So very quickly, we were able to improve John and Lisa's plan to a 100% success rate, and we added significant amount of after-tax estate value to their plan. Now we're not quite done yet. Remember, John and Lisa were paying 2.25% fees on their mutual fund portfolio. So let's make another copy of this scenario, and let's see if we can improve this with some lower investment fees. So let's make a copy and let's rename this and say plus lower fees. And let's show you where we can do that. In one scenario, we can explore a lower fee investment option using the advanced options setting. So let's go here and let's reduce their investment fees from 2.25%, which is quite high for mutual funds. And let's put them in a lower cost investment option. with around a 1% total fee. So let's go here and change all of the investment fees to 1% instead of 2.25%. And let's see what sort of effect this has on the plan. So we're going to save that. We're going to go back up here. We haven't recalculated yet, but let's take a look. After tax estate value, $886,000. Let's see how this improves with the lower investment fees. $1,001,000, $886,000 all the way to $1.1 million. So now their plan is extremely successful with lots of financial assets left over at the end of the plan. Let's see if we can actually add some additional spending. So let's make a copy of this scenario again, and let's add some additional spending. So let's say plus more spending, and let's add some additional spending to John and Lisa's plan. And the nice thing is we've got a retirement spending AI strategy that does this for us. So we can see here already ranked what the options are. If we add $18,000 a year, we get to a very low success rate. So we could try that. Let's go somewhere in between. Let's add another $12,000 a year in retirement spending. Still a very reasonable 77% success rate. So let's enable that one. Remember, this is extra discretionary spending just in those go-go years of early retirement. Now, when we add retirement spending, we also want to check the decumulation strategies just to see if anything has changed, and it has. There's an additional opportunity here for Lisa around maximizing GIS benefits. So let's enable that strategy and recalculate. Let's see if there's any additional strategies. OAS at 65 now for Lisa, so let's enable that one and see if there's anything else that pops out here. Some additional strategies, but they're pretty much the same after tax estate value, so we're not going to worry about that. Now we're at a 77% success rate. We're adding $12,000 a year in spending in early retirement until age 75. So we've added a significant amount of lifetime spending, and their after-tax estate value is still $822,000. So lots of room to absorb extra spending later in retirement if they need it for long-term care or in-home care. If you want to have the same impact on your retirement plan, click the Start Planning button and start your retirement plan today.